Hello viewers and welcome back to the channel at Vinnie's Toy Room. I'm on my way to meet up with Pat, who rode with me last weekend, up to a place called Ongeluksnek Nature Reserve. Just a little spur of the moment thing for me, and I'll just take a bit of time off work just to go up and meet him up there and enjoy some fellowship with him. And I'm taking old Blue, and I have resurrected the Timu bags, and I'm hoping that those things are going to hold out. But as usual, I'm trying to travel light, but I feel I've taken a little too much again. But anyway, let's see how it goes. Let's hop on the bike and get going. I'm leaving a bit late today because I had to do a bit of work this morning first, and it's a couple of hours ride from here. Right, let's go for it. I am about 4 hours away from where Pat is at the nature reserve up at Ongeluksnek, and I'm going to take it easy all the way up. He's already left yesterday, just gone 12 o'clock now. It's only about 300 k's from here, and I might just hit a dust road here and there going up. I have fitted my spotlights that I intended to fit. There's some nice bright luminous green ones, and I'm quite happy with them. I did say I wasn't going to put a switch on, but I ended up putting a little switch on. I just decided to put one on, and that's all connected up to the little power point that's under the right side cover of the tenere here. Same place I connected the heated grips to. So I'm quite happy with those. They're working well and they are pretty bright. That's for visibility on the road. I'm quite happy with. I'm hitting one of the little back roads from Margate up to Paddock first. The area that I'm travelling through at the moment is in Yanda Zulu, and shortly I'm going to be on the dust. This is kind of a shortcut, but it takes a bit extra time though, because of the windy road and also just the bit of dust you've got to travel. And here we are, onto the dust. There's my kind of a road, this nice little district road, this through all the little farmlands. And it seems to be in quite good nick since we've had a bit of rain a couple of days ago. It's quite good. Nice little bumpy test to see if all my little goodies are going to be still on by the time I get to the end of it. Should give everything a nice little rattle around. Make sure I've got it all tied on quite nicely. Just want to stop and make sure everything's good. All looks pretty good still. I am just loving the suspension on this bike. It's not even feeling the corrugations on the road. Passing the old Paddock Farmers Club on the right hand side of here. We've done many an outride from there, and a lot of fun rides in the old days on our enduro bikes. Right, I'm back on the main tar again. I'm going to catch the main piece of tar here for about 200 or 300 meters, and I'm going to take a right off on the back road again. This used to be the old Paddock train station for the old steam train. There's a lovely little museum inside there. I wonder whether it is still operating. Not open to the public though, only on special invitation. This is where I'm hitting it right now. I'm going to go through the farmlands and out to Ongeluksnek from Paddock. But this should be mostly tar. I can say that on the Camel, one thing I do appreciate is the screen around the front there on the tar like this, because that completely screens you off from the wind. And even though I've put that little Oxford screen on the front there, I'm still getting a bit of buffeting around the sides here. Not too much on the top here, which is great, but it is catching me on the sides if I turn my head to the left or right. But that's part of the course. This bike is meant for the off-road in the dust, not for too much tar travelling. I've cranked the back suspension all the way up just to compensate for the bit of extra weight I got for the bags on the back. Almost went a bit heavier, but I couldn't fit two of my beers in, had to leave two behind. I'm going to have to pace myself when it gets to quenching the thirst later this evening. I'm assuming I'm coming close to the end now because there's a bit of dust again. That's a short stretch. And there I see the main road in the distance, so not too far out of the way this one, but still better than being on the main road. The true Timu spirit that I have, I got myself a little Timu thing for my grip here that I can rest my palm of my hand on, and that's my cruise control for the day. It's working quite well so far. Here in the far distance is the Ongeluksnek forest and the Ongeluksnek mountains. We saw that from down there when we went to Mtentu a week and a half ago. Straight in front is our Lake Eland Game Reserve. Kanyamazan Game Reserve is on this side, and Lake Eland is on that side. Nice little game reserve to visit, Lake Eland. Got fishermen's cottages down to the dams, you can go fishing down there, and they've got lovely campsites close to the top. But lovely to go and stay there with the family for a weekend. These rural areas just fascinate me, the way the guys live on the side of the hills and the mountains. They got one hang of a walk from the main road to get to their places. Often on little footpaths. There is a vehicle track here and there to their houses, but I mean, look at these guys. They got to walk. You can see the footpaths all the way up the side of the hill there to their houses. What a different way of living. Getting a little closer to the Ongeluksnek forest mountains I was pointing to earlier on. I'm going to just do a quick pit stop there and see that all my luggage is still intact at the back here after the dust roads, and that everything's still in order. We'll hit a quick left here just before the Ongeluksnek forest. This goes to a little town called Weza, and it'll come out right at the Ongeluksnek forest lodge. But another nice little back road over here too. I'm just finding this T7 just so comfy. Really impressed. I've heard a lot of reviews about them having a hard suspension on the off-road. I think it's fabulous. This little back road used to be tarred actually. But I think it's disintegrated with all the big trucks that travel on this road. There's a sawmill just up the road here. I think the dust's probably better than the tar was anyway. There comes a big load of dust in front of me with one of the logging trucks. But look at the beautiful Ongeluksnek mountains in the distance there. Absolutely stunning. Pleased I took this little stretch over here. It's been a nice little bit of dust to ride on. Oh, would you look at that? There's a bit of tar left here. This is what it used to look like previously. But had a lot of potholes in it. This is all part of the Ongeluksnek forest. This little town's called Weza, and this is the Ongeluksnek sawmill, or the Weza sawmill. There it is, belongs to Marinsky, Weza sawmill. They've been going here for many, many years. What an enjoyable ride over here though on this back road. Hello cows. Hello boys and girls. Lovely little flay that's over here. You can see it was burnt recently because it's nice and green now. I'm just loving riding through these forests here. It's just so stunning. And there seem to be, wherever the forests are, an abundance of water and streams that are running in and out and around the flays here. Which is quite odd because these gum trees that are grown over here are classed as alien plants, sucking up all the water out of the earth. And it just seems quite strange that where they are, there's one heck of a lot of water and in abundance running in streams in the flays over here. Kind of contradictory. Here is the old Ongeluksnek Forest Lodge, now owned by New Hotels. I'm just going to stop for a quick pit stop here and then check on my baggage and everything's still intact. Beautiful, yeah. Lots of hiking trails and MTB trails here for bicycles. Nice place to stop in at and spend a weekend if you're that energetic. Right, let's check the bags out. Let's see if everything's all intact. Seems that way. I've still got my water, yes. Still got me grog, yes. Check. Looks good. And well, still got more milk. Couldn't fit that in anywhere else, so he's just sitting over here. That's cool. Right, all looks good. Let's bash on. These beautiful azaleas there. Wow, kurumis. Right, back to the main road for another 35 k's, 40 k's to Kokstad. And then from Kokstad we're going to head it to Matatiel, and then from Matatiel to Ongeluksnek. Oh, I'm just loving these corners on the way up to Kokstad from the Ngeli. Heading uphill. Old Blue is just tractoring in and around them and up them. What a lovely feeling. Thoroughly enjoying it. Got rather a headwind as well. And Blue is just tractoring ahead. Yeah, and wind is catching me from side on now. You can just see how we are having to lean over against it. Proving to be quite a challenge here on the way to Kokstad. It's throwing old Blue me around like a rag doll. Yeah, what an experience on this compared to the old camel. When I came back from Namibia, I got pummeled by the wind on the camel. But that one seems a lot more steady. Once you lean into the wind on the camel, you're pretty much set for the ride. Oh, Blue, you've been such a light bike, you can just see how it's just throwing us around here. Honestly, like a rag doll. Don't know whether to feel intimidated or just have fun with it. Yeah, look at that. How about it doing 100 k's now, plus minus? But it is throwing me around big time. Just coming into Kokstad now, and in Kokstad here we'll take a left turn to Matat. I'll just give him my mate a ring quickly. Hello Chana, what's cutting bro? You enjoying work today? I thought I'd just phone you and tell you what I'm doing today. I'm going to Ongeluksnek, boss. So you're loving work. What the heck are you doing? Are you in your office over there? I thought I'd just give you a call and just make you jealous because I know you got to work. Alright, Kazi. I'll check you later. Cheers. Yeah, so I just thought I'd give my mate a ring just to make him jealous. Not nice of me, was it? But just before we exit Kokstad here, we're going to take a left to Matatiel. But what a lekker ride so far on the little back roads up to Kokstad. Loving it. This is our turn off to Matat. About another 68 k's to Matat from here. Then I'll do a quick fuel up because old Blue's tank is a little bit small. That I do appreciate on the camel, is that big tank. You just go on for miles and miles and miles before you think about filling up. You almost forget to fill up on the camel. So it should be a bit better now. I should have a bit of the wind kind of on the tail end of me now, so hopefully that's going to give me a push all the way to Matat. That's to the left here is one of the high security prisons here in Kokstad, in between Matat and Kokstad. It's called Ongeluksnek. That's where all the real hard guys go, boy. May just make a pit stop with one of my clients out here. I haven't seen him for a while. And just go and say hello. Maybe have a quick cuppa. There we go. EG Plants. A cup of coffee quickly at the Roadside Cafe. Can't have pleasure all day long. Must mix a bit of business with it. Right, let's go and have a coffee. So what a lekker little spot to stop here. It's EG Garden Centre here just outside of Kokstad to Matat. Got a lovely little coffee shop here, a little obstacle course for the kids. And yeah, stop in and support them. Quite lekker toasted sandwiches and a little light menu available there. And what an awesome little spot this is. Right, let's go and do the last little leg over there to Ongeluksnek. I believe there's a few roadworks along the way, so that's going to take a bit of time as well, Pat reckons. All par for the course though. I think from here it's Cedarville first, and then Matatiel is just after that. Here's the beautiful DRAKENSBERG mountains in the distance there. What a lovely mountain race to be riding along. Very windy still. I thought the wind might be blowing me from behind now, but it seems to have changed direction the further I've travelled, and it's now hammering me from my left now. Passing through Cedarville now, and Matat is about 24 k's from here. Let's hit Matat for a fuel up, and then next stop Ongeluksnek. And here we are, we've arrived in Matat. Lovely old historic town, this Matat. All my mates that are from Matat, oh bloomin' naughty buggers. Matat Country Club, that's where it all happened. And there's my fuel stop. How are you today?
I'm good.
Are you well?
Thank you, sir.
You've got some 95 for me?
Yes, sir.
Great stuff. Right, we're all topped up there. I've got only about a 250k range on this thing. So that should be enough to get me to Ongeluksnek and back again for a refuel on Thursday. Cheerio Matat, until Thursday. Just in front of us here, the next turn off to the right is Crosswinds. That'll be the border post which I'll be crossing when I come up on the African Twin for that route around Sani Pass, or Lesotho and Sani Pass in some time to come. I'm still awaiting parts for that. I've met a German friend that has kindly ordered some of the parts for me from overseas, and they're going to send it over with a friend of theirs this time. And this time hopefully they'll arrive in the country without hassle. Looking forward to finishing off that project, that Africa Twin, the 750. But this is the turn off for Crosswinds. Nice easy border crossing, that one. I'm still impressed with this T7 that I haven't felt uncomfortable on this trip. I've been on the bike for a good 4 hours now, and I've felt quite comfortable on it. I could do another 3 or 4 hours, no problem. So Ongeluksnek Nature Reserve is around about 46 k's from here, it says on the Google Maps, but it's giving me about an hour to get there. I think it's overestimating a bit, but let's see. Pat has told me that the road is quite good on the way to Ongeluksnek Nature Reserve, so I'm looking forward to that little stretch. I'm going to take a turn off to the right here in the next 6 k's or so. This is the route to Ongeluksnek now. Nestled right in the DRAKENSBERG mountains here. I'm getting a smile on my face just looking at the scenery here. Just going to slow down a little bit and take it all in here. It's just lovely. Look at these beautiful willow trees. I just love them. I believe they're also on the alien list, which is crazy. But look how the fire has kind of gone through that one, and yet it still lives and seems to be thriving. Look at these mountains here and the rock structures, isn't it just magnificent? All these willow trees here in the flakes. Beautiful. I'm still sold on the scenery that South Africa can offer you. It is absolutely magnificent. Just look at the beautiful little river there and that lovely little bridge. Oh man, it's such a nice little route this. I've never been up here before. But check at this. Oh, this is just stunning. Oh, beautiful. There's such remnants of history over here as well. Just on the way in here, past a beautiful old dairy. Lovely stone built dairy that's derelict now, but it looks like it could date back to the 1800s. That even an old bridge over there in the background. A couple of stray sheep here. Hello boys, you're grazing there, are you? Oh, there's a stray dog. He looks like one of the sheep, he's been here so long. But look at these little rivers here. This is so beautiful. What a lekker route. There's a beautiful sheep farm over here. But look at the old stone buildings there. Such a lovely setting over there. A couple of donkeys in the background. Stunning, man. Oh, we're almost there. Got another, I'd say about 15 k's to go. A couple of Berg robots. But look at the history over here of these old stone buildings. I mean, somebody used to live here. And they must have lived here in completely self-sustainable times. Here's my favourite in the background, an old windmill. Looks like it's in a state of disrepair. But I suppose that was the dwelling place's source of water. Bit of barbed wire in the road there. That's not something you want wrapped around your back wheel. I think my grog's going to be shaken, not stirred, by the time I end up at the resting spot. What a nice little route. Bit of technical, yeah. What a lovely end to today's ride. Pretty awesome. Yeah, a couple of donkeys, some more Berg robots, 20 k's to go. Just seems to be such an abundance of water flowing around here in the Drakensberg. Just coming out of the foothills of the mountains there. This is where old Blue is just in her element on the dust here. Blue is just lapping up this territory. She's just trundling along over these rocks, stones, bobbles and cobbles, so gracefully. 5 k's to go. I've had such an enjoyable ride on the dust today, I don't feel like stopping in the next 5 k's. I could carry on for another couple of hours. The sunset is going to be epic over these mountains. Old Blue is just flying over the hills here, effortlessly. Look at that, couple of ponies. That's cool. That looks like some sort of a convent over there. Hello boy. I wonder if these are just wild horses that are in the fields here, or if they do belong to somebody. We have arrived, and here comes Pat to open the gate for me. What a great gesture. Hello, hello, hello. I dawdled a little bit on the way up here.
That's what it is all about.
Thank you kindly. You sure know how to choose the places, eh? What an awesome place, man. Jeez, like it's... What a nice ride up here, man.
Yeah, I know, it's fantastic. Wait till you go to the border post. I walked to the border post.
Did you walk there?
15 kilometers.
Yes, like you were energetic today.
And we're not welcome to go up there on the bike.
Oh, we're not? Why not?
I'll tell you.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Cold one out, but it's
Oh, but I've got a cold one on the back here. Shaken, not stirred.
no good.
Good show. Right, so we've arrived here at the Ongeluksnek Nature Reserve. A little bit run down, the little places here. Old Blue did fantastically today on the dust trails. This is our little rondable for the evening. Old Pat's living next door there. And let's go and take a look at the little house inside. Here's old Pat's bike. You can see he looks after his goodies. He's got him covered up there. But here's our little kitchen. It's all running on solar and gas. The power only runs for about an hour, but these are some dorms over here. Almost like, not a backpacker style, but a shared lodge over here. And a shared kitchen for the rondavels. But we're going to have a lekker time here tonight, make a little bit of a braai and enjoy it. Right, check it out and check out the lovely view we've got. I said it was going to be a pretty epic sunset this evening, and I'm pretty sure that it's what it's going to look like. Epic. Look at that lapping over the mountains there. There's Pat, he's phoning the missus to say hello. What a lovely sunset though. So we're going to tuck in for the evening over here, and we are going to see you in the next video. Cheers, thanks for watching.